So today I'm working on putting in something that I have not had for a long time, which is, or actually ever since I've owned this Jeep. I've never known what temperature I'm running at. This is my second motor. I don't know what gave out on the first one, but so I bought this mechanical gauge about 10 years ago and never installed it. And that was because back here on the back of the block is where you're supposed to put the sensor, and it's that little tiny hole that, you know, obviously this is not going to fit in. So what I am going to try is, this is a thermostat housing from a newer 4.0, which will fit. This is actually a 4.0 head on this 258 block, so it'll fit perfectly. But they have the temperature sensor going in, you know, this nice little kick off to the side. And even then, it all screws up finally, but it wants to bottom out. So what I did is I used my excellent skills with a drill bit and made this ugly gouge in there, which I hope will hold. As you can see, there's only, you know, so much material that you can take out before you get into the outside wall, but it does seem to snug up pretty nice. And I'm going to put a ton of Teflon tape on there so hopefully I don't have any leaks. But then I should know hopefully what temperature I'm running at. And I did a flush because it was so god-awful dirty. And this was a pretty new radiator, and you can see down in there I kind of wiped some of it away. It was dirty. There was chunks of crap floating in it, but I also had this motor sitting in a field for 2 years before I ever put it in. And when I first ran it in the old thermostat housing, look at that crap in there. There had actually been a wasp nest built in it, so when I first ran it, it definitely overheated. But so hopefully this will work. I had a 180 thermostat in there. I'm gonna go to a 195. I'm gonna drill another hole. I'm gonna just see how it runs. I'm only going to 195 because that's factory, blah, blah, blah. I've got a Weber carb now. But down here around, you know, the Gulf Coast of Texas, it's very humid. So I kind of want to make sure that the motor's getting warm enough to boil, to get rid of any moisture. Because we definitely can have that problem down here. But other than that, I will try to keep you guys posted. One thing I did try on Amazon, they have, you know, here's your coolant hose. I mean, your upper radiator hose, and they do have this thing that I bought that you cut the hose in half and insert it in the middle, and it's got like a threaded receptacle where you could put a sensor, and I thought maybe I'd be able to fit this in there, but it was too small. So you can probably see those on Amazon. Better luck than me, I wish you, if you do buy one. But so hopefully I'll get all this put in, and then I can post a video and see how hot we're running. So an update. So I was going to put this big unwieldy probe and this through the firewall up here where there was already a hole, and it drilled right through into this box up top. So now I've got extra ventilation, and it'll never clog up and not drain. So I'm gonna have to go back and pookie that up with some silicone. And then I decided to undo this rubber grommet right here, and I think that's the throttle cable coming through, and I had to take my handy dandy rotor and just make the hole big enough to where this will pass through now. So extra rust capabilities, check. Thank God for silicone. Well, after a short drive and about 10 minutes of idling, so far so good. Initially, I was leaking from here, but that was just the connection that we were tightening. But it was definitely leaking from here, so I tightened it, but not too much. And there's still a very small amount of water coming out. I just wanted to see if it got hot, if it would stop. So maybe I'm just going to monitor that. But it's just sitting. It's a 195 thermostat. It's just been sitting right there, so that's good. It's definitely a little smoother driving. I don't know, maybe it's just my brain thinking that. But it's also got, it doesn't take much to maintain because I have the heater deleted right now because it was leaking. So I think it doesn't have a hard time maintaining temperature, but so far so good. There it is. There's my line. I kind of routed that line because this is just the gas that's inside of here, so you don't want to kink it. You don't want to put it on anything hot where it'll burn, so I kept it away from my head. So if it does continue to drip out of that, I will try putting just a little bit of block steel or something. But, you know, sometimes these things just heal themselves. Anyway, yes, I know it's noisy. I think that's, I've got some belt noise just from me being a little too loose. This thing's pretty cool. I'm going to put it on camera too. Because the carburetor likes to just let all the fuel go for whatever reason, and tends to quite a bit worry about fuel getting in there and you know, getting the cylinder washed. But it's always a work in progress. So this is pretty cool. I'll finish mounting this and hooking the lights up, and it'll oh no, I got a black instead of the chrome. Oh no, it's not gonna match. So I've also, these wires are from my tachometer, which I made my own custom tachometer box, and maybe I'll do a little video on that. But that's it.